doing math, I would like everybody to stand up, push your chairs in, and sit at your spot on the chair. Oh, I love how Damien's doing it. I love how Carter's doing it. And Raider, and Vernon, and Rosie. This looks like a group of first grade kids, not kindergarten kids. That makes a lot of sense because we only have 15 and a half days of school left. It's exciting. Okay, focus our brains on math. Think back. What have we been talking about in math? Raise your hand when you know.
Time.
Carter, Cook.
Time.
Time. How to tell the time. So we've told time on two kinds of clocks. Analog clock, like we have in our classroom, that's the circle with the numbers in the hands, right? Hour hand, minute hand, they point to the time.
And second.
And seconds hands, yes. But have we used the second hands when we've been drawing them on the clocks?
No.
No. Not all analog clocks have a second hand, but some of them do. You're right. Ours in the classroom does. What was the other name of a clock that's usually in a rectangle and we use just numbers to tell the time? Do you remember? It starts with a D sound. Hannah. It's okay if you don't remember, but try it. What were you going to say? Analog was one kind of clock, and that was about the rosary. Hannah, do you have an idea? Or do you want to call a friend?
Not really.
Call a friend that has their hand up. Ring, ring, ring. Who are you going to call?
Definitely Rosie.
Rosie, what was it called?
11 o'clock.
It is the time that's usually on an alarm clock. That's exactly what I said yesterday. Ring, ring, ring. Damien.
Digital clock.
Digital clock. You got it. So like on my phone, I can choose to have an analog clock or a digital clock. I don't have my phone with me, or I can show it to you. I can show it to you later. Look at this is how the digital clocks told time. So this would have been an analog. 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So if I drew this time, what time is this?
6 o'clock.
Yes. So then underneath it, we could draw a digital clock. Here's the colon. Remember, the two dots mean that the numbers are helping us to tell time, and they're not just numbers. Because if we just wrote 6 o'clock, that's 6 o'clock. If we wrote 6 o'clock without the dots, it looks like the number 600, and that's not a time. This is a time. Dot 6 dot dot 0 0. Today we're gonna work with time more, and we're gonna listen to a story, and the story is gonna help you get ideas about things that we do at school. And the craft we're gonna make, you get to tell a certain time, and then what we would be doing at that time of the day. It's really fun. So to give you some ideas, we're gonna listen to this story. And I might pause it and draw your attention to certain things at the school, but there's probably a lot of things in the story that we do at school too. That's kind of the point, right? The book's about a character named Curious George. Raise your hand if you've heard of Curious George before. Me too. I like him. And usually he's with the man in the yellow hat, his human that he lives with.
I've seen the one with him in the firefighter.
Yeah, there's lots of stories about him. I think this one's called Curious George Gets Ready for School. And that makes sense because we're going to tell time about our day at school, so we get to listen to a story about Curious George. I really like how you're sitting in your own space. I like how you're facing the board. Yes, Julian.
I saw a Curious George with the dentist.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Did he go to the dentist in the book?
Yeah.
That makes sense. Carter Cook, you can bring the paper and the pencil to write your special card for your mom. Okay. Yes, Carter. If you need to do that, yes. But we're not going to pick cushion choice today just because we don't have tons and tons of time. Fabulous. Okay, Paxton, can you turn the lights off for us because then we can see the book better? Amazing.
Oh yeah.
Oh no, I knew this would happen. I'm going to turn the speaker on. So sorry. Shh. I'll start it over because the speaker was not.
Eat time.
Okay, here we go. Play.
Ready for
Thanks
School
for patience.
by Cynthia Platt and Mary O. Keith Young. George is going to school today. There is so much to do. He chomps down all his breakfast with barely time to chew. Packing up a healthy snack, banana, crackers, juice. But George trips on his backpack. The snacks are on the loose.
Think about your morning at home before you come to school. Do you eat breakfast too?
No. Sometimes I do and sometimes I do.
That's an honest answer. Sometimes I do and sometimes I
My
don't.
mom tells me I had to, but I didn't eat any breakfast this morning.
Ooh, is your belly hungry now?
Pancakes.
You have pancakes sometimes?
I have waffles.
Ooh,
I have
nice.
waffles
So
too.
sometimes we eat breakfast. Wait, give me 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. So you might pick a time and an activity that even happens before school. Like you could, like remember when we did morning, afternoon, evening, when we talked about getting out of bed. You have to get up and we maybe brush our teeth. What was something else maybe you do before you come to school?
Get dressed.
Get dressed, yes, and you could put a fabulous picture of your uniform on. That would be other options of things to do even before school. Thanks for your help. Let's see what happens next. I bet they're going to
The
school.
man is there to help. They clean the mess with care. George's new pal, Rami, and his dad will soon be here. Doorbell rings. It's time to go. They walk off towards the school. George can't wait to get there. This day will be so cool. In the class, friends old and new, lots to see and lots to do. Find a cubby, bag is stashed. Monkey takes off in a flash. Here, kids,
We have cubbies too, but where are the cubbies in our school?
Outside.
In the hallway. They're not in our classroom, but that would be kind of cool if our classroom was big enough for that. So he's kind of talking about things he does to put his stuff away. So you could also try your cubby.
The first graders have their cubbies in their classroom.
You're right. They absolutely do. Yes,
So
they do.
do the fourth graders.
Yep, so most classrooms in this school have closets with like areas to put your stuff in the room and then it closes up kind of like magic and there's like a bunch of bulletin boards on the other side and it kind of disguises it. Our classroom was not always a classroom, it used to be a library, so that's why we don't have cubbies in the classroom, we have them in the hallway. Because we didn't have enough room for cubbies.
Library used to be.
It was just a bigger area this way. So it was like longer. But then they created 2 different classrooms here. So it just changed a little bit. Let's see what else they do to unpack their things. Because it's a little different than what we do at school.
kids chat. Here, kids cheer. Teacher chats to see who's here.
Attendance, I do that too.
Look right there, cute brown bear, sitting in a tiny chair. Monkey peeps, monkey leaps, into nap time, blanket heap.
Do we have nap time?
Out George climbs, soft bell chimes. Teacher calls for
Do
circle
we have
time.
morning meeting?
Yes. Talking, sharing on the rug. Side by side, nice and snug. Tell the weather, month, day, week. Each child has a turn to speak. Mia sings, oh. Rami sings, oh. Puppet bounces onto strings.
That's cool. Maybe it would show a tell.
George jumps up, joins the fun. Circle time is almost done. Everyone gets up to dance, bop and jump, slide and prance.
I like how you're
George
sitting
thinks
respectfully
school
listening
is
to the story.
really great. What comes next? He cannot wait.
Ooh, so what comes next after circle time?
Teacher reaches for a book. Come sit down in the reading nook. Students quiet want to hear all the stories to be shared. Big bad wolf can huff
We didn't
and
even know
puff.
that story.
Billy goats that are quite gruff. Bowls of porridge bears. Goldilocks sits on their chairs. George just loves the magic bean, growing into something green. Finger puppets, what a show! Scarves to make Jack's beanstalk grow.
So they're at
has chosen
story time. What do you think's gonna come next?
hooray, to be the giant in the play. Story time is just the best. Still, George wonders what comes next.
What do you think will come next? After a story time, what do we usually do?
Loves the
Recess.
schoolyard playground.
Recess.
Filled with
It is,
swing
you
and
were right.
slides. He looks around and wonders, where should he take a ride? He's on the swings with Rami. They kick their feet up high, up and down and to and fro, like they can touch the sky. Jump onto the little bridge, then to the double slide. Rami counts out. 1, 2, 3. They slip down side by side. Over to the sandbox, George digs into the sand. He builds a great big castle. Oh my, it looks so grand. Just then, he hears the bell ring.
What we do? We run
It's
into line
time
up.
to go inside. George races to the school door, a proud and happy
Leave your
stride.
hands to your own cup.
Tables everywhere. Just so
Don't
much
touch
to
her body,
do. Crafts and blocks and science. Crayons,
We do those things.
markers, glue.
All of it.
Blocks to build
Raider,
tall
sit in your own
towers.
space, please.
Then a big long wall. George knocks them all right over. Smiles as they fall.
Hopefully the girls wanted him to do that.
Science table, so much fun. Water, toys, and bin. Does this big
That seems
ball
fun.
sink or float? George will drop
Right
it
where it's supposed to be sitting.
Rami's
over
finger
or here?
painting. Swirls of red, green, blue. What
Right,
used to be a
be an
rainbow
example.
has a monkey footprint too. At the paper table, fold and cut and snip.
So each group of desks is kind of doing something different. That kind of sounds like what in our classroom? Centers, yes! Oh, why does it keep doing that? Sorry. Come on,
The
computer.
airplane flies too high. It's George who rescues
You're
it.
gonna go in the hallway.
Sit and chat, rest on mat, and then, when it's done, tasty snack from his pack. Then kids back on the run. Time to go, friend in tow.
Now he's
George
going
wants
home.
to come back soon. Leaves a treat, something sweet. A way to say thank you.
Oh, I'm gonna stick your apple. The end. Okay, raise your hand and tell me something. So Carter's just coming in from hallway too. So Carter, the book was about things that we do at school. And some of the things were recess and centers and story time. What was something I missed? Science, morning meeting, recess, yep. Anything else? Did he eat lunch though? I think Curious George only goes to school for half of the day. I think the man with the yellow hat picked him up at half of a day, and he doesn't eat at school because he never had a snack and he never had
He
lunch.
didn't have a snack. I saw a snack box.
Oh yeah, remember he packed his snack.
Yeah. And
Okay, so he did have a snack, but he did not eat lunch. So please, even though we're still talking about the book, I need you to be sitting in a way that kindergartners would sit at my rug area. So sitting in a way kindergartners would sit on the rug area. Paxton, sit down. Is your tummy okay? Okay. We also talked about things he did before he came to school. So maybe you could pick getting out of bed, getting dressed, brushing your teeth, eating a breakfast, if that's something that your family does before school. Now I want you to close your eyes, and I want you to think about something that it's either your favorite thing about school, or it could be something we're doing today because our schedule's up there. So thinking about the thing that you really want to draw and tell the time with on our time craft. So think for a second, close your eyes, get your idea, open your eyes. My idea is, shoot, what do I want to do? Where'd you go this morning? Art class. We don't always go to art class. It's a special thing for Tuesdays. So if I was doing this craft, I would do art class time. And the time you go to art is 8 o'clock.
I also picked art.
You also picked
Yes.
art.
I like-
Does everybody have an idea, or does anybody need some help picking an idea? Wait, we're not all going to share the ideas because I want you to draw it and tell the time. Does everybody have an idea? Put a thumb in the air.
Yeah.
You got an idea, Raider? For your time? Evie doesn't have an idea.
Oh no.
So, are you just like taking your time, or do you want some help? Something else that's fun about today is Spanish. You don't have Spanish every day. You could draw Spanish, and at Spanish, it's 11 o'clock. You have Spanish at 11 o'clock.
I might be.
If you want to pick, listen to me, put your hands down. Could you please sit up just for the last couple seconds of this conversation? If you want to pick a special that we don't have today, I could still tell you the time. That would be fine. What we're gonna do right now is you're gonna go back to your desk, and I want you to get your pencil out, and I'm going to explain how to create the time graph. Thank you. Sitting at your desk. You're sitting at your desk. You need a pencil out.
You come in my room. Can we get
Of course. Your voices need to be off so I can explain how to do this craft. The first step, of course, is your name. So look where I'm going to put it. Really teeny tiny in the rectangle. On the bottom. Capiche? This part of the craft, we're not sharpening pencils right now. If you need to take care of that after I'm done talking, you may. If you have your pencil, put it on your desk like this. You don't need it right now. Thank you. In this rectangle, you're going to write the part of the day that you're drawing. So I'm going to write art. A-R-T. Art. On the bottom. What did you do in art class today? Did you paint? Did you draw?
We painted.
Use
And we draw.
twist the alphabet on music paper
And then we
Okay, so I'm going to draw the alphabet. And I'm going to draw with the pastels. And I'm going to draw a big piece of paper. Okay, if you want to add more details to yours when you're doing it, you absolutely can. But this is the picture I'm going to do for the example. Now I'm going to turn my clock this way. And this is the part that you're probably going to need help with. Because you don't always know what time you go places at school. Paxton, get a drink. Get a drink. When pieces of paper. Not all over the pink paper because then it becomes sticky mess, right?
Yeah.
So I stick it on. I'm going to glue the bottom. Now, so try to make it go as straight as you can. And then the other thing I want you to do is write your name a little bit bigger on the bottom of the pink paper. I will be available to help you with the time. I can also help you with the label. Kavish? Okay. My star student is who? Everett. Can you please take the scissor basket around to every table and pass out the scissors? I'm going to pass out the paper. Here we go. Here you go, ma'am. Start to draw your pictures while I'm passing the papers out, and then I'll come back around to help you with the time. Kavish? Gus, where is Gus? In the hallway. Of course, doing Mother's Day card. Here we go. Here we go. Oh, I like how Fiona and Carter got their glue sticks out. They knew they were gonna need them. Oh, great. I'm sorry, I didn't see your table. Here you go. Here you go. A cool resource in the classroom if you're doing something that we're going to do today, you can look at the card and write those letters on your label on the paper. So Beckett, stop flipping your scissors around and start making your craft. Please. Thank you very much. Oh, you picked art. What are you going to work on, my friend? What are you going to draw? Lunch. So look at the card. It starts with an L. You. Okay, give the scissors to me. You go in the hallway with Mrs. Horseman. Take your scissors out. Art. Great. L-U-N-C-H. That's lunch. Gus, you get to pick something that's a part of the day and write it here and draw a picture and tell the time because you're going to do this craft. So what's something about the school day that you would like to draw a picture of? There's an N right there. Think about it, Gus. What are you making? Art. What are you doing? Oh, I like how you started to write it. Okay, so let's what's that vowel? A. Nice. Gym, and you're drawing a ball. I love that. Carter, the time that you go to gym is 11 o'clock. 11 o'clock. The time you go to art is 8 o'clock. What are you doing? Going home. So go, you can spell that. Yep.
I'm doing the same thing as you, P.E.
Awesome.
Wait, did you write P or just Jen?
You go to art class at 8 o'clock.
P.E. What did you write?
Yep.
P.E.
What do you think? It is. And it's also a mommy E word.
H?
Yes, but put a space here because two different words. Go and home are two different words. So start writing the H there. There you go. Oh. Yeah, sorry. I forgot to bring the bin over. I forgot that Everett was in the hallway. Thanks for doing that. Wake up. Yes. You probably wake up at 7 o'clock?
Yes, I do.
What? Okay, 7 o'clock.
Yes,
Right. Make sure you write the digital time.
There are
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, I'm supposed to do that at 7.
Yep, and it's a mommy E word. Hi, how's this table going? You have it all figured out. What are you drawing, sir?
Basketball.
At gym or recess?
Gym.
Gym. Can I tell you how to spell the word gym?
You don't do basketball at gym?
It's G. I like how you drew yourself. G. Y. M.
Cutting it out.
Good job. Nice. And you'll go to gym at 11 o'clock. Show me how you would draw 11 o'clock. Yes. And where does the other hand go? So 11 o'clock. So you're telling me that it's 11. And where does the minute hand go? To the 12. Yep, to the 12. Great. And then you can write 11, 1, 1.
What did you do?
Hang on, I'm right there. And then 0, 0, because it's a new hour. 0, 0. Recess? PE. Okay, you go there at 11 o'clock. 11 o'clock.
Whoa, I did it.